This is an update to the social media application. I added a check grammar button for checking the grammar of a post before hitting the post button. So I'm using watsonX APIs for that, and I already showed in the last video the two REST API that we are using. The one is for generating the token, and another is for sending a prompt. And let me show you the code. Okay, so first, if I go to the backend one, this is the call I'm making when the user is clicking on the check grammar API. I'm sending this prompt, fix the grammar of this text, the caption, reply only the correction, do not provide any explanation, just the corrected text, but still it's replying some repeated text. That's why I'm doing some split and returning only one line. Okay, saw two kinds of pattern in the response that comes, one containing new line and one line we can take, that will be the output. And another cases I found quotes being the separator, so I wrote logic based on both the separators. If not, then it is just sending the generated text as it is. Whatever the API is sending, it will return as it is. And before calling, okay, at the top you can see here I'm initializing Watson config. This I have created a file locally. You can see this one. This one I am committing to the repo. This one I'm not, because this contains my actual credential. I will be not showing up this one. Anyway, this is not synced in the Git. That's why you can see its color is different, as I have added this file name in the git ignore file. So what it you can, when you are using it, you need to modify these two things: IBM Cloud API key that you need to get from IBM Cloud Console, and this project ID. These both values I showed in the last video how these values can be retrieved. I'll share the link of the last video in the description. And now going back to the backend. So this is how it loads the config. Then at the startup, it checks if local is not there, then only it is using this Watson config. Otherwise, if local config is there, it is using that one. Okay, next, uh, it generates one Watson token, and let me show you this logic. So this is just returning a promise, calling the token generation API and returning the token. Going back, if token is there, then what it does in this config, it appends one more attribute, token response, and this one it sets whatever response is coming, and this one it writes back to the file, this local one. So in your case, if you sync this git repo, you'll be initially having this file, but after running this backend, you will get this file too, watson config.local.json, and this will have the token also appended to it. Then if there is a callback, it is calling. Note initially the first call, one second. No, I think we came in the wrong method. We were in this one. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, this happened. It wrote to the local. Then what it is doing, it is calling this another function, send prompt to watsonx. This is just a test prompt that is running at the startup. Write a poem on water. So this output you will see if you start this application. And yeah, this prompt, send prompt to WhatsApp. And yeah, this is the second method. This takes a prompt, just any prompt, and just calls the second API that I showed in the last video also. So using the bearer token, we are calling the second API to call the, I mean, get a response for this text. Write a poem on water. Now this is logged. Then what happens? Our timer is started. This what it does. It checks if the token is going to expire. It will renew it. It keep on comparing the time. Okay, you can see expiry time with the current time. If it checks this is less than this delay, after which this timer will again check, then it is calling this generate Watson token again. and setting those values, again setting the regenerated token in that local file, and like that. Okay, so going back, and notice this regenerate has a callback. This callback is because first time when we are calling this API, we also want this send this prompt to Watson, because at the start we want to check whether this API call is working or not. So the first call we are sending this callback. Other calls, like in this one, if you set interval, we are sending it null. So in those cases there is no callback, nothing gets called, just the token generation happens. Now check grammar one. This is the one, the API. Okay, and yeah, this just calls that send prompt to watsonx with these additional text that I already showed in the beginning. And then okay, yeah, this one I already showed, so does the splitting and sends the value. Going back to the UI side, I'm calling this check grammar and then setting its value. So let me show you this in the video. So I'll check this. So notice, okay, looks like I had stopped the backend. Let me, now I'm in the Angular application. Let me restart. Okay, I'm back. So it got this one. I like it because I eat that. So we can click OK to accept it, cancel to leave it as it is. If I click OK, it will accept it, and notice it is having some additional part that we need to remove. Okay, so like this, the correction happens. I think I can add additional logic that if there are quotes and more than one, then I can take out this value between the quote. But yeah, if I, yeah, I'll see if I can do that. I will implement it. Thanks. That's all for this video.